Okay YouTube, part 2 of the box build here, and I've already started work on the port. So that's the bottom piece of the port, and as you can see here, I've rounded the bottom of it, the inner end, for just some good airflow, and that's how she sits in there. Just put it back a few millimeters, because the sides are also back a few millimeters, and I'll I'll router that off at the end. Anyway, so there's how she looks. Now I've just got to get the same length for top for it, and I'll probably round the bottom of the top as well, the end of that. Should be just about done now for cutting as far as MDF goes. So I've just got to attach this top bit to this bottom, to the port, and then place the whole thing in. The port will be screwed down in there and in the sides. See, making a perfect 90. It was like just a little bit out, so I've put the weight on it there, leaning against it, so it'll dry in place. I rounded this end, as you can see, which is the back of the port. So I'm just gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna, while it's drying now, I'm gonna silicone the sides of the port, inside of the port, all that. I just want a question to use. I won't be doing it in this video. Is it worthwhile putting 45s around the top? If anyone watching knows, because you know all the pressure of the subs is blowing out of this port, so you want smooth airflow out of the port, but really up around the top, is it worthwhile having 45s? Because it will be a pain in the ass to get them up there. So just a question. This is all screwed and glued. Okay, right down the middle there, it's all done. And everything flush mounted, this bit, okay, and this lines up perfectly. As you can see, that sticks out too far, but as I said, I'll fix that up later on. Same with like here, and all of it really, the whole box. A millimetre or two off, so I'll just flush mount it all later. This is the bracing I'll be doing in this box. So I'm gonna do each corner of one of these, just like so. As you can see, I've got some X's in there where I've got to drill pretty much. I've done it at that height because the subs stick down to about there, so that they won't hit. Now they're all the way around. I'll be doing them. As you can see, they don't go to the center. Now these bits of wood are already braced because they're attached to the port. They're already quite strong, but this back one and the front one, well, the front one's kind of strong, but the back one's the main one. He's not that strong because he hasn't got anything attached to him. So we'll do the triangles, and I'm also going to put a big one right through the middle on this guy. Triangles in here. There, right. That's solid port. There you go. That's me jumping on it. There's two of them down, but so we've got our triangles in there, I guess they're called. So just going to do the center brace, and there we have it. Looking nice, I reckon, eh? So that's pretty damn strong in there. Okay, everything's pretty solid. The port, if there's problems with the port, I'll probably just have a triangle that goes from the middle of there, or like just under there to there or something, but I don't think there's going to be any problems with the port flexing. I mean, we're talking 18 mil, and it's got that brace down the middle, and it's, whatever, so I don't think any problems there. I think the sides will be pretty good, because they got the port in them, and that. The front even as well, same thing. So the only thing I think is the back, and I'm pretty sure I've covered that now. Obviously once the top's on, it'll be holding these together and everything, so that should be pretty good for bracing. I didn't have to do as much, I don't reckon, as I did last time. So yeah, I think that'll be it for part 2. And part 3, I'll flip it over. We're going to put the feet on it, the legs, and going to get my bolts in there for my power, and might do some 45s. So yeah, that's how she's coming along.